Hi, HR Big Sister here, and I'm doing a series looking at the psychosocial hazards or mental health hazards in the workplace that have been identified by the World Health Organization so that you can be equipped and know what to look out for and what might be hindering your ability to thrive. As a reminder, I'm the CEO of a company that focuses on workplace mental health and helps organizations implement these guidelines so they can have healthier, happier workplaces and their employees can do their best work. Okay, we're still in the C's and we're going to talk about control. I love to talk about this topic because you can go all the way back to 100 years ago when there were research studies done about workplaces and what was the difference between highly thriving and productive and financially successful workplaces and those that weren't. One of my favorite is by a woman named Mary Von Cleet. So in the 1920s, she looked at a flour factory that had changed owners and noticed that had the same workers, the same workspace, the same machinery, etc., but the previous owners and the new owners had very different outcomes. And so her research studies show that one of the things that was different was the amount of authority and control that those workers had over their work. This isn't to say it was, employee-led or a teal organization. You can look that up. I'm going to talk about it later if you're interested. But rather, the people who are closest to the work making the decisions that impact their work as much as possible. And so when we feel like we have agency over our work, when we have control over things like when we take breaks, making sure we stay safe, our work schedules ideally, but definitely having a regular work schedule, which is another one entirely, but part of this, all of those things are kind of requirements for adults at work. So when we don't have control or when we're micromanaged, then that can hinder our mental health and our ability to thrive. One of the questions I ask a lot when I present on this topic is, tell me when you've done your best work. And inevitably, some of the top things that people share are, I knew what was expected of me and I had the freedom to do it. This is what I mean by control. Having the agency and authority to make decisions that impact you and to get the work done, that's when we tend to do our best work. So let's say you see that this is an issue where you work and you want some ideas on what to do about it. Well, you have to see if the organization is even open to having that conversation. So take a look around. Are there departments that have more agency than others? What does the landscape look like? And if you see that there's room for you to influence and have the conversation about where your role can have more authority or agency, start having those conversations with your leader. Maybe it can be part of your development plan even.